Nice to meet you all. My name is Muhammad Wahid Andriansyah. Before I share my presentation, I will ask you a question. Do you know what is poverty? Or have you ever heard about poverty? If you do not know, let me explain to you is this occasion. In this presentation, I am going to discuss poverty in Indonesia. The purpose of my presentation is to know what is poverty, kind of poverty, cause of poverty in Indonesia, and Indonesian effort to reduce poverty in our country. First, I am going to present the definition of poverty. Poverty is the state of not having enough material possession or income for a person's basic needs. Poverty might include social, economic, and political elements. Absolute poverty is the complete lack of the main necessary to meet basic personal needs, such as food, clothing, and shelter. Second case of poverty. Number 1. Subjective poverty. Subjective poverty is a little used concept but is based on the notion of felt poverty. People feel poor if those around them have more than they do. Number 2. Absolute poverty. Absolute poverty or discrimination refers to the deprivation of basic human needs, which commonly includes food, water, sanitation, clothing, shelter, healthcare, education, and information. Absolute poverty occurs when people cannot obtain adequate resources measured in terms of calories or nutrition to support a minimum level of physical health. It depends not only on income but also on access to service. Third cause of poverty in Indonesia. There are many causes of poverty in Indonesia, of which are low quality of human resources and lack of jobs. In fact, Indonesia is rich natural resources, but in the process of the resources is still inferior to other countries, so that the resources in Indonesia are managed by foreign countries. This occurs because the quality of human resources in Indonesia is still low compared with other developing countries, and the last is lack of jobs. The job vacancy in the country seem to be not proportional to the number of citizens that exist in Indonesia. In education, to earn generous income, people must work at big companies, but because of the difficulty of fulfilling the requirement of the big company, eventually they are forced to look for another job with lower salary. As for the impact of the poverty, that is the erosion of the society welfare. When people have no income, they are called poor, so that they could not meet their daily needs. So the cause of poverty is the lack of education, low equality of human resources, and then of job. And the last, Indonesia government effort. Poverty reduction has become a major policy invitation initiative in Indonesia since the advent of the economic crisis in 1997 to 1958. The government established the Social Safety Program, conferring food security, health education, employment creation, and community empowerment. This program becomes the initial under, undertaking of various poverty eradication and social protection programs implemented by successive governments in the post-crisis period. Evaluation of the effectiveness of this program in achieving their stated objective have shown mixed results. Among the efforts to increase the effectiveness of poverty eradication program, the government has recently established a national team for accelerating poverty eradication, clarinet chaired by the Vice President. This shows the level of commitment of the government in achieving its target in poverty eradication. So that is all about my presentation. In conclusion, poverty is a complex and multidimensional problem because it does not only relate to the economic dimension but has also expanded into social, health, education, and political dimension. Poverty is often defined as a condition in which a person is unable or does not possess sufficient income to meet basic life needs such as food, clothing, shelter, education, and health. Thanks for listening for my presentation.